Most people believe one simple idea: if you work hard enough, you will become successful. But what if that belief is exactly why so many people stay stuck financially? In the famous book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, he explains something that challenges everything we are taught about money. The poor and middle class work for money, the rich make money work for them. And this is the story of a young man who lived that truth the hard way. Ethan was a disciplined young man living in a busy American city. From a young age, he believed success came from hard work, so he followed the system. Good grades, college education, first office job. Every morning, he dressed neatly, grabbed coffee, and went to work in a tall glass building downtown. But something never changed. His paycheck always disappeared. Rent, bills, food, transportation. And by the end of the month, he was broke again. Days became months, months became years, but Ethan's life stayed the same. Work, pay bills, stress, repeat. He started noticing something painful. The harder he worked, the more exhausted he became, but never richer. One night, sitting alone in his apartment, he thought, is this really all life is? One weekend, Ethan met an older businessman, calm, wealthy, but not flashy. He didn't wear expensive clothes. He didn't talk much, but he understood money deeply. Ethan said, I work so hard, but I'm still broke. The man replied calmly, that's because you're working for money instead of learning how to make money work for you. Ethan froze. That sentence changed everything. The mentor continued, most people think their job is security, but it's not. The rich focus on assets, things that generate income without constant work. Ethan started to realize something powerful. He had been trained to earn money, but never trained to build wealth. That night, everything shifted. He stopped thinking like an employee and started thinking like a creator. Ethan didn't become rich overnight, but he started changing small habits. Saved money, learned financial skills, started a small online business, invested time in learning assets. At first, nothing big happened, but slowly, things began to shift. Ethan never became rich overnight, but something more important changed: his mindset. And that is the real lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's not about how hard you work. It's about how you think about money. Because when you understand money, you stop surviving and start building freedom. He realized that money is not just something you earn. It is something you must understand. For years, Ethan had been doing what most people are taught to do: study hard, get good grades, find a secure job, work hard, get paid, repeat. There is danger in believing a paycheck alone will create freedom. Because many people are not poor because they are lazy. They are poor because nobody taught them how money actually works. Nobody taught them the difference between income and wealth, between buying liabilities and building assets, between looking rich and becoming financially free. Ethan finally understood something powerful. If you only work for money, your life will always depend on your next paycheck. But when you build skills, assets, and systems that create value, you begin to build a life with options. A life where your time is no longer constantly traded for survival. And maybe that is the real lesson from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Financial freedom does not begin in your bank account. It begins in your mind. The moment you stop asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, how can I make smarter financial decisions? That is where everything changes. Because wealth is not built by chance. It is built by awareness, discipline, patience, and education. So work hard. But don't only work hard. Learn, think, build. Invest in your mind before you try to grow your money. Because one decision, one new skill, one shift in mindset can completely change the direction of your life. And that is where true freedom begins. If this story changed the way you see money, then don't let it end here. Because one video can inspire you, but consistent learning can transform your life. This channel is for people who want more than just motivation, people who want understanding, growth, and real financial awareness. So if you're ready to think differently, to escape the cycle most people never question, and to start building a smarter future for yourself, then subscribe, and join a community of people who are choosing to learn instead of just working endlessly.